The BBC have promised a full and searching inquiry into the allegations about how Martin Bashir obtained his interview with Princess Diana all those years ago. This came about because of the result of Earl Spencer, Diana's brother, releasing information that, in fact, that he released to me in the Daily Mail. Bashir is said by Spencer to have made a string of allegations, quite poisonous allegations, about members of the royal family and, crucially, members of Diana's circle. So the BBC have promised to look into this. We don't yet know what kind of inquiry it will be. Will it be led by a judge, as was the famous inquiry into the activities of Jimmy Savile a few years ago? And there is an urgency now because Number 10 have piled in and said it is right and proper for the BBC to hold this inquiry, but they've got to get on with it. Bashir, we know, has been recovering from serious ill health. He's had quadruple heart surgery. He's had COVID-related problems too. But nevertheless, he was photographed in the Mail's sister paper, the Mail, on Sunday at the weekend, walking down the street with a takeaway meal. So either he's unwell and can't answer questions, or he's better, in which case we need to hear from Bashir. Obviously, what Martin Bashir has to say will be central to the inquiry too. For the Queen, Remembrance Week is the most important week in her calendar, but nonetheless, the overriding impression has been that it has been pushed to one side because of the allegations about Panorama. They will, of course, be thinking, oh, it's Diana again. You know, 25 years since Panorama, 23 years since her death, and still Diana is dominating the headlines. They will obviously be concerned because the Panorama interview led to all sorts of unforeseen events when Diana sat down with Martin Bashir. It hastened the divorce between her and Prince Charles, and a number of people in royal circles lost their employment as a result of the film. So there are all sorts of issues there. For the royal family themselves, I think particularly for William and Harry, it must be troubling yet again. William in particular, of course, has been dragged into this. One of the central allegations, according to Lord Spencer's dossier, was that William had been given a watch which had some kind of James Bond type of recording device on it, in which he was able to eavesdrop on his mother. I mean, the implication being that this was done at the behest of the other side, presumably the Prince of Wales's side, so that they would know what the princess was up to, who she was seeing and what she was saying. Preposterous, of course, and quite upsetting, because William himself at that time was 13 years old, and the idea of him being dragged into this unseemly war between his parents must, even now, today, be quite disturbing for him.